For the longest time, I've really struggled with just being honest with my own feelings towards anyone or anything. If I ever tried to show any true or genuine affection through my words, I really just freeze up because I was simply too embarrassed. I think social anxiety has always been a pretty big problem for me, and it's kind of fed into this, where I'm kind of unable to show any gratitude towards the people that I want to show gratitude towards. So I tried doing it through my actions instead of just speaking it. That too was honestly pretty difficult for me. Although it was much easier than doing it through my words, I still found that I needed work. I needed to work on this. And it's gotten to a point where I've been working on this for at least 2 years, I think. That was when I first realized this. And I benched 225 before that. And that's kind of where the title of this video comes. And this has been the most difficult problem that I've really faced. Most other ones I can fix if I really just lock in and try to do it. But this, I honestly don't know how to lock in and fix it. I try and do things when the moment arises, but I think I'm just being too nitpicky with when to show my affection or when to show my gratitude. And I'm not posting this video to kind of rant about, how my problem is so bad. I want this to serve as somewhat of an example, because the more that I've kind of thought about this, I've realized that you have to be able to show gratitude and you have to just say thank you. It's like I love you to the ones that you care about, your loved ones. Because I've been talking to my grandparents in China a little bit recently, and I'm just now realizing that my grandparents that raised me from when I was very young, when I was like 1 year old, are gonna die soon. Like that to me never became apparent in my mind. But the more that I think about it, the more that I feel really guilty about not saying anything. And there's almost like a little bit of a language barrier since my Chinese isn't all that good and all they speak is Chinese. So I find myself just kind of in this spot where I feel like I can't do anything, but in reality I really can. And I'm feeling guilty because, well, I want them to live a happy life. I don't want them to have regrets on their deathbed. My grandma said she can die happy if she just sees me get married with some kids, see her great-grandchildren. And I really hope that she lives long enough for that to happen. But in my mind, I'm thinking that the possibility and the chances aren't exactly the greatest right now. But I really just want this video to serve an example and as a lesson to not be shy, to do it regardless of the outcome. Because often I feel that the reason why we don't want to show affection and we feel embarrassed saying these things is because we get judged. People might not reciprocate, people might say things, say X and Y, but you gotta start acting independently of the outcome. If you're constantly judging things on what will happen and the risk-reward ratio, you're gonna freeze up quite often. You're gonna be left in deep thought, not really knowing what to do. So just do it because you can. Especially with something that doesn't have to be rational. This is emotional. Because you're talking to people you care deeply about emotionally, you don't gotta think so hard about a bunch of things. Just do it. Because you never know what a small little thank you or I love you can do for your mom, for your dad, for your grandma, for your grandpa, for your sister, your brother, your cousins, whoever it might be. That little thing, that little gesture of either words or a gift or some sort of action you do goes a long way a lot of the times. It shows that you care and you're willing to put an effort. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me here on this video. I did not have all that much to say, but this was just something that I really wanted to make and get out there. So I hope you found something interesting or helpful from this video. But yeah, that's about it for me. So I do appreciate you for sticking all the way to the end here, but just stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep on building that relationship with God, all right? And give me a kiss. Mwah.